Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna go get Nick unstuck. He says he's stuck and this tractor that I'm driving, the 6150R, will not get him out. I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like it's not gonna be that stuck, but anyway, this is our corn. It's looking pretty good back through here, but we'll go get him out. I think he's stuck in the creek. And I just got out here and this is the first sight. What happened, Nick?
Bush hogging. I was trying to make a spot for my dirt bike. Come down here. And it literally sunk like right away. Like I had. And I tried to back up. I barely even tried to back up. It just sunk all the way.
In front of that track's all the way buried.
And then when I tried pushing it back out, it almost flipped the loader side of the way.
How's it working?
It's no bueno. We need to bring some grease or no.
Okay, we're gonna get this thing hooked up. Get it all clevised up and try to get this thing out.
Did you bring some like grease or oil to oil it up so it slides out easier?
Okay guys, here goes nothing. We're gonna see if we can get him out this time. This is this thing is like a rubber band, this rope is. And it slingshotted me back. I don't know why he's not going. Come on, Nick. I'm just pulling him. He's going the other way. What a dummy. Anyway, well, that's unstuck. That was a lot easier than what I thought. I didn't even have to put it in front wheel assist at all. So, get out and we'll get him unchained. And then I'm gonna go back to the house. He can finish bush hogging by himself. I thought you said that was gonna be really difficult.
I thought it would be really difficult, but since I know how to drive the loader super good.
Is that where you were going with the track forward when I was backing out of here?
Well, I know, I wanted to make it look cool.
Oh. That's where you got stuck. It wasn't that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen both tracks buried all the way up. All the way up the back.
I've done it worse before.
But
it's still pretty gnarly.
Anyway.
You should have seen when I got the tractor stuck right there.
But yeah, this is our pulling rope. It's the Yankin Rope brand. It's a really nice rope. It's like a rubber band. I think that's actually the brand right there.
Shout out to Yankin Rope. At Yankin Rope, your rope is crazy.
That rope is sweet. It like stretches, and then as soon as you get enough tension on it, the loader will actually kind of pull itself out almost.
Yeah. Sure. Shout out to Yankin Rope for this rope. Definitely a good purchase. Go to yankinropes.com to get your rope. They run about $2,000 for the setup.
$2,000.
Yeah. How much we paid? Maybe $4.
I feel like he has no idea. I think you should go check it out for yourself.
Well, yeah, great rope, great purchase. Definitely saved us many.
If you get that stuck again, you're getting it out by yourself.
No, I'll be calling you. More content, right? I did it on purpose.
Yeah. All right, let's get back home. Get back to what I was doing. Laying around watching movies while he works. He's actually making dirt bike trails, so I don't really feel that bad. Anyway. Hey guys, this part of the video might not be as interesting as the first part was. I'm gonna try to make it interesting. It's about the cows and our setup we got out here. It's kind of more of my dad's thing for the cows. I enjoy it, just not quite as much, so it just takes me a little bit more to get excited about them. I'll try to make it really interesting, no promises, but anyways, well, I'm out here checking these cows. They're way out there in that corner, but I just wanted to check their water, make sure it wasn't leaking or anything. We've been feeding them corn. This hopper wagon, I think it's about halfway full. We just filled it up and we feed them some of this beef feed. We put this block in here the other day so that now we can fill up our buckets without it spilling everywhere like it was. But got that filled up from the farmer down the road. We don't have any corn stored from our last harvest right now, so we're just buying corn. We'll only buy it this time of year whenever the pastures start getting a little bit less grass on them, just because of the dry part of the season. But anyway, I'm gonna run up here, check these top fields, see what they're like, see if they're growing or see if they're dead as well. Well, it looks like we need to fix this driveway here. Just looking at it on the way up here, all this water comes flying down this hill, runs this stuff out. This is all limestone in this hill right here, so once it gets down that certain point right there, it just picks up the pace through the limestone and through the top runoff, and it just washes gullies out everywhere. And if you fix it this time of year, probably gonna start getting some rain here soon, it'll wash it all back out. So we'll wait until it's not gonna rain so much, and then we'll come back up through here and fix it all. And then I'll have a little bit of time to pack down. So this might be a good time to explain kind of what I'm doing and what our farm does. So I farm on the side. I actually have a full-time job and come home and farm in the evenings. I may have said that on one of my videos before, but I actually do excavation work, and this time of year we don't have a whole bunch going on, but we have a little bit here and there. Like, hopefully this next video we'll be working up a hayfield, replanting it, but that'll be a little bit more exciting than this video. That's a lot of birds. I don't know if you can see that, but there's tons out there around those cows. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do, is I just farm on the side and then work during the day. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. But this field up here is the one I planted a couple weeks ago. If you didn't watch that video, I think it's planting corn in August or something is the name of the video. But we planted that corn right up here, and it hasn't even came up at all, and I doubt it will. It was just so, it's just been so dry. But how we have this set up is we set them up in paddocks. So the fence is way back here at the edge of that cornfield right there, and then the front of it's where those trees are right there. But we got, I think 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 paddocks. How we have it set up is we got 1 wire running down the middle. The exteriors have 5 wires or whatever, but basically we'll run these cows down these paddocks. So there's a fence there running long ways and a fence there running a long ways. So this is one paddocked area right here, and we'll move the fence. We'll have just a temporary fence running across the front, and depending on how much grass they have, what time of year it is, In the spring, we'll obviously won't move it quite as fast, but in the fall, when it starts getting dry, we'll actually take the center fences all the way out. But typically, throughout the summer, we'll move these down through here. As you can see, the grass is kind of just done for the year. Not for the year necessarily, but just till it rains again. And it's looking a little bit dead. We need to get a bush hog up here and bush hog all off these weeds. But this is our cows, our main herd up here. Been having calves this spring. They're starting to get a little bit bigger now. But yeah, they're enjoying what's left of the grass. Some can be a little bit feisty, so you don't want to get too close. They might hurt you. But there's one of the littler calves of the year. But then we got a hay field right over there that we do. That one's not ours, but we do harvest that one. Or not harvest, but cut hay off of that. And then there's the bull out there. He's like, what are you guys doing up here? But yeah. So a couple years ago, this was corn and beans, like a regular field would be. And then once we turned it to pasture, we put all these fences, obviously, and then put these paddocks in here, put our cow tanks in here. But we ran a line all the way down the house, way down there. We ran a line out to a hydrant, and then we hooked up a well pump up to that. And once we got it up to the well pump, we ran another line from the hydrant down there all the way up the hill, and then spliced it off to each paddock. So wherever a fence runs, a water line runs about halfway down, and then we put little just little valves every once in a while so we can hook. So that actually has like a garden hose hooked up to it, and we'll hook the garden hose up to it, run it to the float in the cow tank, and then that'll water the cows. But we just use all those lines so we can hook up to our garden hose without running miles and miles of hose everywhere. So we got all these water lines. It's just, I don't even know what kind of water line we even used. It's been years ago, but we'll put that all in everywhere. And so now every single pasture throughout this whole thing has these lines that we run everywhere. And we just hook a garden hose to them, put our cow tanks in them. That's how this one's ran, and that's how that one's ran down there. Whenever we were checking those cows way down there at the bottom there. It's all ran off of that one well pump. And then in the winter time, it's only buried, I don't know, I mean, some of it's probably 32 inches, but up here, this really rocky up here because of all the limestone. There's actually a waterfalls along that. There's a creek over there. There's actually waterfalls in there because of the limestone. But yeah, so we couldn't quite run that water line all the way down. So we just ran it as deep as we could. And so in the wintertime, we'll just come up here with an air compressor, blow all the lines out. All that water will get out of here. But that's kind of how this system works. Typically I'd have a gator up here, but my brother took it for the evening. He's out. I don't even know what he's doing. But yeah, you can tell it's pretty dry this time of year. Kicking up some pretty good dust. But that over there's our fly spray mineral feeder. That's a pretty sweet system over there we got for that anyway. It's got a, here, I'll just go over there and I'll show you. Yeah, so right here is a mineral feeder. It's on a chain, so it'll blow away from the wind. Whichever way the wind's coming, the inside will be the opposite way. That way whenever it's has feet in it, it's not getting full of rain whenever it rains. And this thing right here, whenever you hit it, activates this pump up here, this little handle. It'll activate that pump and pump the fly spray, which is in the inside of here, onto this. And then same deal with this one right here. And then this little setup we got right here, this is for our calves. So we got it spaced out so the calves can only fit in there. The full grown cows can't fit in here, but I'll come in here, eat their calf food. That way we can kind of get them built up with their protein. That way they still stay healthy, and yeah, just keeps them going for their first little bit. Once they get big enough, they'll outgrow those and they won't be able to fit in there. But yeah. But anyway, that's kind of what we do. We do row crop, a little bit of row crop, a lot of hay, and then we also have cows. We actually started with cows. We had one cow. It's been, I was really little. We got one cow, that's what we started out with. It was a miniature Dexter, I think is what they're called. Anyway, we had one of those that had horns. The thing was mean. It would, we tried to milk it. We used to milk some of our cows. Anyway, my dad was milking it one time. You know, it's not a very tall cow because it's a miniature. He's down there trying to milk this thing. It kicks him in the face. He got a nice gash across his head. Well, anyways, we kind of tamed it out a little bit, we thought. And so a couple years later, he tried to milk it again. Thing kicked him in the face again. And after that, he was kind of done trying to. We milked a couple other miniature Dexters that we had raised from birth, and they were a little bit better, but that one was just she didn't really like to be milked, so we kind of gave up on that. But we had a whole herd of miniature Dexters for a while there, just from a couple different bulls we had. We got, well, one of my buddies had a miniature Dexters herd, so we got a bunch of miniature Dexters from him, and then we ended up just getting rid of all of them, sold them to my uncle, and then we went and got these Black Angus, which is what we have now, and they do pretty good, I think. Miniature Dexters were fun. They had horns, so they're a little bit more brutal if you got too close to them. I mean, that one we had that was kicking them in the face, it was a little bit more mean than the rest of them. But yeah, so I'll show you what this hayfield that we're gonna rip up, and it's right up here. I may rip it up hopefully next week. I'm actually at my parents' house, and they're having a bunch of people come over, and they want parking for in the hayfield, so we're not gonna rip it up this week. Hopefully next week we'll rip it up. Trying to decide exactly how I want to do it. Done it before. I don't know. I may put manure on it. Can't decide quite yet if I want to work that in or put that on this winter as a top dress. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll make up my mind. Yeah, so this is our hayfield right here that I'm gonna rip up. I think it's about, these two combined, probably about 8 acres right here. But it's just getting really weedy. Get all these weeds out of here. A lot of times we spray it, but we'll get into that in the next video. I think I'm just gonna work this one up. Haven't completely decided. It's pretty dry this year, so may just do that. Well, this spring was really wet, but this fall's been a little bit drier. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps my YouTube channel. And yeah, I enjoy making content, so if it makes you happy, it's making me even happier. Anyway, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.